I see a lot of people, my bad. I see a lot of people say, bring him back now. Bring him back now. How are we going to bring him back now? How are we going to bring him back now? I tell you one thing, though. This does help us out. Real quick before I head into the gym, I got a little leg day going on. This will help us out, though, in what we're trying to do. Can the Minnesota Vikings string together wins? Can they string together wins going through this turmoil? I mean, this kind of does help us out. Or was he that bad in that organization to the point to where they will start winning now that he's gone? I don't know, man, but I definitely think moving forward, you got to look at it. You got to look at the possibility of going and getting him back. You got to look at the possibility of going and getting him back, but it helps us out right now, too, because the Minnesota Vikings lose a key guy in our organization right now while we're trying to catch the Minnesota Vikings. And, it helps us, but it's still things we need to do. As you just seen from my last video I just posted, it talks about the scenarios and ways we can get it done, but it's a lot of work ahead, man. This is a tough order, man. This is a tough task, a tough order to fill. This ain't no walk in the park. So I know a lot of people are excited that we gonna get him, but we get him back right now. What good does that do us right now? We need him at the start, at the beginning. So it's good to look at in the off season. But if he comes back now, what? What does that do? We still in the hole. Him coming back doesn't erase us out of this hole we're in. We're still in the hole. And yes, part of it is planned. Part of it is him being replaced. Part of it is the offensive coordinator being replaced. But I'm starting to wonder at this juncture, what is the head coach's job? What is a head coach's job? Because if I was the head coach and I don't like the way the offensive coordinator is calling things or running things, I'm guessing the head coach should be able to trump that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I would like to see him back. I think that would give the locker room a boost for next season. But that's next season. That ain't going to really... him coming back now, what does that change? What does that help? What does that help? Him coming back now. I don't think it helps anybody. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I don't think it helps us right now. Shit, we should never let him go. He would be big for us next year, for sure. We should never let him go, though. But, when guys get success, they're highly sought after. There's bidding wars out for them, so you can't blame that guy for going on and moving on and going to get some money. You can't blame that. We got to do what we got to do, though. This hole ain't gonna dig itself. This hole ain't gonna dig itself out. You know what I mean? This hole is our hole to get ourselves out of, and that would be unfair to him. That would be unfair to John for some magical way that we were able to get him back. Why'd they fire? I'm guessing the record, man. They're underachieving. The Minnesota Vikings are underachieving this year. They got 6 wins just like we do, and a tie. That's big time underachieving for them to have paid Kirk Cousins all that guaranteed money. You know what I mean? Guaranteed money, though. You know what I mean? I would say it's Kirk Cousins' fault, too, because, I don't think Kirk Cousins is having trouble throwing the ball. I just think, man, you don't give guaranteed money to somebody, man. That's crazy. That's unheard of in football. Like, no matter how the ball rolls, Kirk Cousins is going to get, he's going to get, what, 80-something million guaranteed. So you already know. I think we go get him and we start the season off right. I think we go get him and we start next year off with him. I think you pay him. I think you hire him right now and let him know the job is his next year. Well, this is what Kirk Cousins did to earn that much guaranteed money. Kirk Cousins put up stats. It's not about winning in the NFL. It's about if you are statistically good, which is why the Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion, are not going to win a Super Bowl. But off of those stats alone, Amari Cooper's going to get paid. Off of the stats of what Amari Cooper has done in a few games, he's going to get paid. But next season, I will definitely bring Flip back. He could definitely help Doug game plan better. He's going to definitely help him get game plan. He's definitely going to help him game plan better. Dak is going to want to get paid, but Dak, I don't think you could put up a case for Dak to get that top tier money, but Dak going to get some money. He wants no part of Philly from what you heard. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Dak, $28 million a year? I don't know about that either. Jones is going to give Dak the money. He deserves some money. Carson going to get his money. People keep sleeping on Deuce. They are sleeping on Deuce. I don't understand why. Just because Deuce was a former running back, I don't know what it is. Why Deuce Staley isn't getting his shot at calling these plays. I guarantee I guarantee if you let Deuce call some of the plays, I guarantee you see a more balanced rushing attack incorporated into the run. Black, that's why you think because he's black, Doug is overrated. Doug got a ring now. Mike Grove was offensive coordinator of the old Rams. Which old Rams? When they didn't do anything? Mike Grove was the offensive coordinator of the old Rams. I don't know Mike Grove's history. What's going on, AJ? Deuce, an offensive coordinator. Deuce is an assistant coach. I think, yeah, Deuce is the assistant head coach with the ability to call plays, I think. So it's weird. Deuce is the assistant head coach, but Deuce has never been an offensive coordinator. He's the assistant head coach, but he still wears the running back head coach hat. Yeah, he still wears the running back head coach hat. So Deuce got his hands in a lot of it, but it's not officially him being the offensive coordinator. I think Deuce deserves that, though. What's going on, Carl? What's up? That was just Simus that just was in here. People think me and Simus are arch enemies. Yeah, he get on my nerves, but the Cowboys don't play the Eagles no more this week, this year. So I guess we can have some mature conversation now. Deuce should be offensive coordinator then. Deuce should be offensive coordinator then. I mean, it's like having a running back coach who was a good running back in his day. I'm not saying he was great or Hall of Famer. He was a good running back. He knows the importance of running the ball. He's been with the Eagles organization his whole post NFL career. Why wouldn't you let Deuce call the plays? And if you know that the play calling is the problem, and then you Doug Peterson, why aren't you stepping in and calling the plays then? Jeff Fisher doesn't listen to anybody, so I don't put that on Grow. Fish wouldn't play golf, wouldn't play young. I'm glad Fisher didn't listen to Grow, because Grow got all the talent in the world and still can't make it happen. Still time to blame the refs for Sunday's losses. I mean, listen. I've never blamed the refs for any of our losses. You know what I mean? I blame the ref for the Dallas Cowboys loss. Yes, I blame some of that on the refs, but that's not a every week thing. Lil B, you think Sidney Jones could be the defensive version of Nelson Aguilar? No. I don't know what's going on with Sidney Jones. Sidney Jones has a bad knack of not turning around for the ball. I think Dak Prescott hit Sidney Jones with a ball. If he would have turned around, he would have picked it off. I bet my life those boys would play hard for Deuce, like the Dallas defense plays hard for Chris Richard. That is a good point. That's a good point, because Deuce got away with the community, man. Deuce got away with the community, man. Yes, Sidney is not fully recovered, but you don't got to be fully recovered to follow technique. Technique says keep your eyes on the ball. He's denying your man the ball. That's what you do, and that's what you do in basketball. You play deny. You don't look at where everybody else is, you just look at your man. That's how you A, get burnt, or A, you get hit with a ball. The only reason why Dak threw the ball that way is because he didn't turn around and look at the ball. 2 potential interceptions because his back was turned. They kind of threw him out there to the fire out there. They did throw Sidney out there in the fire because a blind man could see the hamstring was shot. I mean, Amari Cooper wasn't even running routes, running right past him. But that's neither here nor there. That's on the coaches for putting him out there, though. But then when they switched and put Busby out there, Busby got roasted. It didn't matter. They was throwing the ball. They was throwing the ball to him either way. All he had to do was turn around, Simons. That's what I'm saying. All this man had to do was turn around. Turn around. Like, I can respect you making a break on the ball and dropping the pick because you're not a wide receiver. But when it hits you, and you still don't, it hits you and you still looking around like, did somebody pat me on the back? No, that was the goddamn ball. That play, man, blew me, man. That blew me. He was in position. You think we could get in a wild card bid? I think we can. I just posted my last video of what I think needs to happen scenario-wise. I think Defilippo getting released or fired or whatever you want to call it, I think that hurts the Minnesota Vikings in this wild card race, and that's one of the teams we're chasing is the Minnesota Vikings. I think they'll be all out of sorts with a new guy in that offensive coordinator position. So we'll see. What pick are Eagles going to have in next year's draft? I don't know. I think we need Flip as the offensive coordinator. You know what? I don't think we need Flip as the offensive coordinator. I don't. I think we need Frank Wright back. I don't think we need Flip. I think we need our old offensive coordinator back. Rasul was covering up a lot of BS of the secondary every time. Commentators disrespect that man's name. He comes up with a play. They was disrespecting Rasul. They've been disrespecting Rasul Butler, man. And it's just a tough break that Rasul Butler got his hand on that ball. He was in position on that last touchdown pass of the game. He got his hand on that ball and it just popped up. And Cooper just displayed great awareness. Ball in the air, go get it, touchdown. Simons, they said the Eagles play calling was trash? I like Josh Adams, but I want Rodney Anderson, running back from OU. I don't know, man. This will be the first year that I keep an eye on a lot of the rookies coming out because I think I need to start paying attention to that. Being a content creator, I think that'll add a different dimension to what I think about the Philadelphia Eagles. Dallas play calling was trash in the first half. Yes, in the first half, both teams play calling was trash. But you guys ruled time of possession, so how trash could it be? You guys wasn't punting. You know what I mean? In the first half, I do agree that some of the play calling was trash. Like some of the way Dallas lined up on the goal line where they could have got touchdowns, where it appeared that we had this bend don't break. We didn't really have a bend don't break defense, in my opinion. In my opinion, I just think Dallas statistics say run Zeke. Dallas ain't run Zeke. I don't know why they didn't run Zeke. Instead, they want to come out in a 4 wide receiver set with Dak Prescott in the shotgun. I think that was a design run for Dak up the gut, spread everybody out. If Dak sees something, he go for it. But you just got to run Zeke, man. You got to run Zeke. If they run Zeke in those goal line situations, that game is over more. You know what I mean? Do I agree Jason Peters needed to go? I think Jason Peters got 1 or 2 more years left. Tell Doug to give up first play. He in the second half play caller. Yeah, man, the run pass option, man. I think it's so trendy because the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl with the RPO last year. Everybody's thinking the RPO is the way to go. That RPO shit don't work if you ain't converting on third down. We got ripped on the 75-yard Dallas Goedert touchdown. Goedert still needs to be used way more. I can't say we got ripped on it. I can't say that Dallas Goedert touchdown really was I can't say that pass interference call really affected us because we still scored on the drive. I believe a couple of plays after that, Carson Wentz threw the bomb up to Nelson Aguilar. Nelson Aguilar came down with it. Now, with these guys getting open like that, Nelson Aguilar outshines Jeffries, completely showing the ability to run past the Dallas secondary in the second half. Why didn't we do that in the first half? Why didn't we challenge Dallas deep at all in the first half? Why didn't we do it? Dallas was challenging us deep. Dallas was challenging us deep. And, this live stream wasn't supposed to be about, the game. But, we got questions about the game still. We're going to talk about it. Dallas was challenging us deep. If Dak was connecting with Gallup, whatever his name is, we would have been out of there a long time ago. Peters will be 37 in January, plus he injury prone. He's a Hall of Famer player, no doubt, but he got to go in my opinion. If Peters going to go, then we got to put that rugby player in there right now. The rugby boy got to get thrown in the fire. He has the body size to be one of the greatest left tackles in all football. The agility, the wingspan, the kickback. He has it all. Throw him in there. How would you feel if the Eagles choose Christian Wilkins from Clemson with their first round pick in the draft next year? Which position does Christian Wilkins play? See, I'm an NFL guy. I'm not really a college guy, man. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of games, a lot of teams, a lot of players that look good, man. Rugby boy, not Ruby boy. I said rugby boy. Do you like the running back pick, Scott? Oh, Scott, free agent from the Saints? I don't know, man. I don't know about Scott from the free agent from the Saints, man. I don't know. I never heard of the kid, man. Do you, he plays defensive line. I don't think we need any D linemen, though. Do you think we have a real chance to beat the Rams? I think we do have a real chance to beat the Rams. I learned something from Okoye Media, man. Me and him and Law Nation did a collaborative live stream right after the Dallas Cowboys game. And before the Dallas Cowboys game, he was telling me that, styles make the fight. And I didn't really think of it like that because the Dallas Cowboys style goes against our style. It's a hard style for us to beat because they're going to rely on the run when they're up to milk the clock, and we can't beat the run. I think that our style is more catered to beating a team like the Rams. I believe styles do make the fight in that. I believe we could beat the Rams. Would have got a cornerback instead of running back, my opinion. Yes, I think you spend the first round pick on the best cornerback in the draft. It could be a mistake, could not be. Could be a mistake, maybe it's not a mistake. You don't want Wentz to be benched, do you? No, I don't want Carson Wentz to be benched. Absolutely not. Carson Wentz is a franchise quarterback. Look at the numbers between Carson Wentz and Aaron Rodgers in the first 40 starts. Almost identical. Almost identical. We can't beat nobody if Wentz keep missing open passes all damn game. Wentz was overthrowing people. But you got listen, man. You guys gotta be able to diagnose the whole story and talk about the whole story. Wentz can't plan on that leg yet. He is just now. I think Sunday was a year from the surgery. Didn't play any preseason. Got thrown into this thing week 3. He can't plant yet on that leg. He can't plant. He's making throws from his base, all off arm strength. He cannot plant right now, which is why I think we're not throwing a deep ball. What do you think about the Giants fans who are still talking about going to the playoffs? I don't know what the hell the Giants talking about, man. The Giants not going to the playoffs. I think the Giants are mathematically out based off division. I think that's depicted in my last video as well. The only two teams in the division that's in the playoff race, right? 3 teams. The Redskins are still technically in it. The Eagles and the Cowboys. The thing that bothers me the most about our loss to the Cowboys is not that we even lost to the Cowboys. The thing that bothers me is you got like Falcons fans, you got Falcons fans chirping. It's more than one of them. You got Falcons fans chirping to me on all social media platforms like they're not a 4-win football team right now. Like they're not a 4-win football team. I don't understand. I would never understand it. If I was trash and didn't have no rings, I wouldn't even be speaking, man. The Cowboys will run into a wall in the playoffs. I don't think the Cowboys are going to run into a wall. I don't think the Cowboys are. I think they're going to run into a wall, but I think it's going to be because they don't have home field advantage. If the Cowboys had the number 1 or the number 2 seed, they would be damn dangerous in the playoffs. They would be dangerous in the playoffs because they can control the clock. They can run the ball. That's what it takes to win. You saw what we did. We controlled time of possession last year, and we were amazing on third downs. That's how you win in the NFL. That's how you win in the NFL. You literally could throw the ball 14 times with Dak and still win with Dallas because the defense is trifling and you can run the ball. Dude, you are wrong. New York Giants are not mathematically eliminated. How are the New York Giants not mathematically eliminated? Explain to me how the New York Giants are still in it. Explain to me how they're still in it, and I'll admit if I'm wrong or not. But from my understanding, the New York Giants are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Probably not mathematically eliminated. They're mathematically eliminated from winning the division. So explain to me then, Frank Tank. Explain to me, one of my loyal trolls, how are the New York Giants still in it? Give me the scenario where the New York Giants can make the playoffs. Give me the scenario. They were swept by the Eagles. You look it up. You obviously looked it up if you're telling me they were swept by the Eagles. Didn't they get swept by who else they got swept by? I don't know who they got swept by in the division. I just don't see no way that the New York Giants going to win it. What's the Giants' record? Bears are dangerous too. Bears are dangerous, but I think the lack of experience at the quarterback position is going to ultimately hurt them. Listen, man, I just don't listen. Too much needs to happen. Too much needs to happen for the Giants. First of all, the Giants got to win out, and the Giants will have to win out, and Dallas will have to lose out for them to even be tied. And I think they got to beat Dallas one more time. Come on, man. Who your Super Bowl pick if you had to pick? If I had to pick for a Super Bowl pick right now, man, I would say the Kansas City Chiefs, man. I would say the Kansas City Chiefs might be my Super Bowl pick right now. Even though I don't want them to be realistic, to be honest, I don't want anybody to win a Super Bowl who never won one right now. I just want all teams that already got one to get one. I don't want nobody to join the club right now because they hate us. Gro has to go next season. Gro has to go. I hope he's gone. I agree, Adam. I hope he's gone. Giants 1 game behind the Eagles. Okay. Giants 1 game behind the Eagles. I already know, Simons. Giants are 1 game behind the Eagles, but if the Giants tied with the Eagles, they would be under the Eagles. Do you understand it? Because we swept the Giants. Do you understand how tiebreakers work? They're 1 game behind the Eagles, but if they end up tying, they will be beneath the Eagles. The Giants possibly, with the strength of the schedule, to be honest, the Giants probably could finish ahead of us because we do play the Texans and we do play the Rams, but we still play the Redskins at the end of it. I don't know what the Giants' division record is, but it ain't better than ours. I have no idea why we talking about the Giants. I'm not talking about the Giants, Frank. No more. I'm done. You want to bring back Flip? I really don't want to bring him back, man. I don't want to bring him back. I don't want to try nobody new at offensive. I mean, he's familiar with the system. Why not bring him back? Why not bring him back? But he got fired for doing a poor offensive coordinator job somewhere that he left that he thought he would be good at. He agreed to that job. He left. We didn't fire him. We didn't fire him. So why should we give him another opportunity? He left because he thought the grass was greener. After he won a Super Bowl with us. He don't deserve no other opportunity with us. He could play the unemployment line for all I care. He left, just like Frank Wright left. That's why I know them leaving hurts us, but would you try McCarthy out? I would try McCarthy out as an offensive coordinator, not a head coach though. How will you feel if the Eagles traded for Ramsey next season? I was thinking about that. I was thinking about in a perfect world, the Philadelphia Eagles could trade a second-round pick and Nick Foles to the Jaguars for Jalen Ramsey and like a fourth-round pick. I feel that. I feel that right there. Jalen Ramsey changes that offense. Changes that offense. I mean, that defense. I don't think he a locker room cancer. I don't think he a locker room cancer. The only reason why people even care about the Jaguars right now is because of Jalen Ramsey. That team is a cancer. McCarthy and Doug Peterson probably wouldn't mesh. No, because I feel like McCarthy would be too uppity. I feel like McCarthy would think too highly of himself because he comes from, prestigious franchise like the Packers. You think McCarthy would be a good fit for Jacksonville? Cowboys and Eagles will both make the playoffs. Next year, Eagles will bounce back. It's hard for two teams to make the playoffs in a division, man. It's really hard. Even though it happens a lot, but it happens every year actually, because wild cards. But it ain't real likely in our division that it happens a lot. Will you feel better if Eagles got Ramsey and the trades you want and draft first round interior lineman? I wouldn't draft a first round interior lineman. I'm sick over it too, G Cole, but we gotta move on, man. We gotta move on. We lost the game. We lost the game, man. We gotta move on. Eagles Nation, man. We lost to the Cowboys. We got to move on. We got to move on, man. That's how we gotta carry this, man. We gotta move on. And the search for an offensive coordinator starts yesterday. You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta take what you could get. You gotta take what you could get. I feel like we're gonna get flipped, but who cares? Who cares? Eagles, listen, the last video, I'm about to dip out, y'all. I'm about to head to the gym. The last video talks about some of the scenarios, but I made this video about Flip, because one scenario that I didn't even know he was fired when I made that video. That's crazy. I've been looking at Bleacher Report and I've been looking on sports media all day. But one thing I didn't realize is y'all making a new channel molded after yours coming soon, bro. These trolls are killing me. You making a new channel modeled after mine coming soon. These trolls are killing me. I mean, the trolls are gonna come, man. You make a channel, the trolls gonna come, man. The trolls gonna come, bro. I'm trying to tell you, the trolls gonna come. I got backup on the way. You know what I could do for you right now? I could add you as a moderator. I don't even know you. Never heard of you, bro. You now a moderator on my channel. If you need any advice on what to do, how to move, I could put you with the right people, or me, you could bust it up on the one-on-one. Nova Loso, you're now a moderator. That's my last moderator. I think that's 5 now. Carson thrived under Flip. Carson did thrive under Flip, but he also thrived under the play calling too. I watch you every day. Ironically, I appreciate that, bro. Hey, I appreciate that too. Hey, follow me on Twitter. We could chop it up, bro. At @Lil_Brunson. Listen, sometimes it just pay to be quiet, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes it pay to be quiet because I give a lot of trolls energy. Sometimes I know it could be kind of tiring and boring, but we ain't gonna worry about that. Frank Wright is a hell of a loss for us. Hell of a loss, bro. Hell of a loss. I mean, he was the perfect offensive coordinator. I think the Titans are #1 in third down conversions, man. I consider bringing Dell back, but I don't think a firing would mean to hire. I get it, man. I feel like if you're gonna fire Grow, Gangrene, if you're gonna fire Grow, I feel like now you got to give Deuce Staley a chance. You can't keep disrespecting Deuce Staley. We should bring back Flip Brunson, fire Mike Grow. I don't think we got the. I think you got to fire Mike Grow regardless, Joe. You got to fire Mike Grow, Joe. But I don't think bringing back Flip is the answer. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm a firm believer in this, man. I'm not gonna knock nobody for leaving to go get paid somewhere else for taking another opportunity. But once you leave, that's a choice. You made that choice to leave. Deuce stayed down. Deuce had opportunities on the table. You made that choice to leave. He thought the grass was greener on the other side with the Vikings. And the Vikings are just as mediocre as the Eagles this year. He thought the grass was greener. So when you look at it that way, it's like, that right was behind Wentz's development and not Defilippo. Oh, there's an argument that no, I don't know. I think it was a lot. I think Wright got a lot of the credit, but I think I think Flip was like Flip was a quarterback or something like that, man. Flip was just, Flip was in his ear. Flip was the quarterback whisperer, man. He spent a lot of time with Carson. Are we keeping Jay Ajayi? We need to keep Jay Ajayi. We need to keep Jay Ajayi, man. We need to keep Jay Ajayi. I mean, that'll be a mistake to let go of Jay Ajayi. That'd be a mistake because we're going to encounter the same problem we encountered when we let go LeGarrette Blount. Jay Ajayi and Josh Adams should be our two running backs. Jay Ajayi, Josh Adams, let Sproles retire. Keep Corey Clement. Or if Corey Clement retire, I think you got to. I think if Sproles want to come back, I think you bring Sproles back. Because every time I say I don't want Sproles to get the ball, Sproles shows me why he's on the roster, man. He shows me why he's on the roster. So I bring Jay Ajayi back. Del Flip was actually someone I was considering for a head coach for the Jets. However, he underachieved in Minnesota with upgraded quarterback play and a stellar offensive cast. You're right, Gangrene. Well said. Couldn't have said it any better. No, we still need to draft a franchise running back. We don't need to draft a franchise running back. I disagree with that one. Jay Ajayi, before Jay Ajayi left Miami, y'all forget he was a franchise running back. He was a franchise running back. It just always was concerns about his knees. Jay Ajayi is an effective, violent runner who could find the holes. Jay Ajayi was made to run behind our athletic offensive line, him and Josh Adams. Josh Adams got the patience. I don't know about Boston Scott. We got to see. I mean, if the knee always gonna give him problems, then you got to move on. I heard he got the bone-on-bone rubbing. I got the same thing with my knee, but my knee came from an injury in Afghanistan. I had the whole injury. I think did I ever show you guys like my knee? It's like weird. Ajayi Adams combo would be sick. Maybe an MLB, maybe a middle linebacker, and move Hicks outside. That's not a bad idea. We should have used Gibson on some deep plays. We should have used. Listen, did we forget with Alshon Jeffrey was before he came? It seemed like we forgot what he was. Alshon Jeffrey just was a deep threat. He wasn't the speediest, but he had hands. The catch radius of Alshon Jeffrey is remarkable. We are not using Alshon Jeffrey right. We are not. And I feel like Alshon Jeffrey, I know we won the Super Bowl last year, but this season Alshon Jeffrey suffered due to the lack of a poor offensive coordinator. Because the Chicago Bears with Jay Cutler and their trash organization, they knew that all you got to do is throw it up. All you got to do is throw it up to Alshon Jeffrey. The same way Dak Prescott threw it up to Amari Cooper, that's all you got to do for Alshon Jeffrey. We misused Alshon Jeffrey, and to that, I deeply apologize to Alshon Jeffrey. He hasn't made a peep. He hasn't showed any frustration. He didn't take the Odell Beckham diva route. We misused that man. We misused him, bro. We so hell-bent on getting Ertz to break this record or whatever that we ain't even going to see ourselves in the playoffs if we keep going like this, man. Alshon Jeffries can get open against Jalen Ramsey. Alshon Jeffries can get open against anybody. Y'all need some playmakers in the backfield. That's it. All we need is playmakers in the backfield and a competent offensive coordinator, and I believe we good. All right, y'all, I'm about to go ahead and get into the gym. My plans was to be there at 1:30. Look like I'm running a little bit behind. I'm going to check the mail. I think I got my... what do you call it? The case that sticks on any surface. I think I got that in there, so I'm gonna stick it on there. Do a little couple workout recordings. You know what I mean? I just gotta get on my grind, man. Not making it to the playoffs is something that I didn't want to see happen, but there's always things to talk about, and there's always ways where we still can get in there, man. Another video, another video's coming still, man. We're not gonna slow down the engine, man. And shout out to anybody who say I inspired them to do videos. That's two people that's moderators of mine that I inspired to do videos. Start your channel, get on your grind. We gonna work. Think of everything in small increments, man. Don't let these haters stop your grind. This was, before I go real quick, this was the path of the small increments that I thought of things as a content creator. My first goal was I looked up what does it take to actually make money on YouTube. I looked up the guidelines and the keys to that. You know what I mean? I looked up the guidelines and the keys to that. One key to start making money on YouTube is you need 10,000 you need 10,000 views. It seems like a tall order for a small YouTuber, but it's nothing. It's like clockwork. I get like 70,000 views a month. You need 10,000 total views. That's all you need. 10,000 total views. Then you need 1,000 subscribers. Then you need to put in your Google AdSense application. Those are the steps. I believe I did a video for this, but you know, I want all small YouTubers to like succeed in a way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're going to be able to quit your job right overnight. You're not going to be able to do all that. You already know, Carl, you're not going to be able to quit your job overnight. You're not going to be successful like that kid that made $22 million last year unboxing toys. But that's the power that YouTube could bring for you, man. So anybody that you ever see, you watch a video and they got an ad in that video, man, just do the right thing and watch that ad because they grinded to get there, man. They kept the content consistent. They kept delivering. They kept being on y'all necks. They kept reporting on what they love to report on, and they kept doing their thing. These haters will bring you down, bruh. They will bring you down, man. This Dallas Cowboys loss hit me, man. It hit me. It hit me. You might see Lil Brunson at the last Eagles-Holmes game, man. Another video coming later.